Hi, Kimberly Ann here, and today we are going to be discussing marketing and branding implement strategies to bring awareness to your brand. So, I'm excited. Make sure you grab your pen and your paper so that we can dive into this. So, today you're going to learn 5 elements in order to achieve brand clarity. And those 5 elements is the brand fundamentals, your strategy, your brand design, your brand assets, as well as your brand content. Alrighty, so a little bit about me. I'm Kimberly Ann. I'm the owner of Studio by CAD. I'm a mother. I love to speak. I love to talk about building brands, building successful brands. So I'm excited, so excited to be a part of this exciting and virtual webinar today for the next 2 days. So the first step is your brand fundamentals. Your brand fundamentals includes your mission, your story, your balance, and your message. Your mission is basically your overall vision, your overall why, who you are, what your services are. It also includes in your brand fundamental your story. Why did you start? Why do you want to be a virtual assistant? You make sure that you're writing these things down because your story goes back to your why. You're going to need that why for those days when you ask yourself, why do I want to do this? I'm so stressed. You want to make sure that you have your brain story to reflect back to who you are and what you offer. You also want to establish your boundaries during this step because you know how far to go. You know what you are, what lane to stay in. Also, your brand message is very important because this is what people will see. This is what people will get from who you are. You have to make sure that you're authentic because people relate to authentic. I'm not going to spend my money with anyone who I feel is fake. Also, the second step is your brand strategy. Your brand strategy is also important because that's when you know who you are. You know, I'm a virtual assistant that specializes in beauty brands. Your target audience is beauty brands. Your target audience to get it more detail is beauty brands that have natural hair. Also, you know who your competitors are. So I'm a virtual assistant and my competitor is also a virtual assistant, but I'm different because I know that I work with beauty brands that have natural hair and that transition from relaxed to natural hair. So therefore, you know you have something that sets you apart from your other competitors. Also, you need to make sure that you have that consistent workspace. Your workspace needs to be consistent. It needs to be able to flow. You need to be able to have the tools that you need to provide for your customers, for your clients. And you need to make sure your customers and clients know your work schedule. If your work schedule is Monday through Thursday from 10 to 6, make sure you establish that in the very, very, very beginning. Also, the most important step for me is because I'm a designer is the brand design. You need to make sure that your designer has a mood board. Your logo is on that mood board, that you have your brand colors, your brand fonts, your texture, that your brand is visual so that it is authentic, it reflects who you are, it reflects what you offer so that people aren't confused. You don't want to have a logo and you are in the beauty industry and it has I don't know, maybe a flower on it. What does the flower have to do with the beauty industry? You want to make sure that also when you are doing your mission, your message, your story, that it tells a story in your logo, that it's not too much, that you don't have too many tricks, because I've seen people where they had too many tricks inside a logo. It needs to be professional, sleek, consistent, straight to the point, because people will see that logo before they see you. That color, you need to make sure your colors are, they reflect, they mean something, that they're just not random colors that you put together. And then from that, you go to your brand access. Your brand access is like your printed material. It's like your business cards, your flyers, your marketing books, your things like this that I have that I'm offering for you. It has a strategy. It has everything that you have to make sure your brand identity displays who you are, and it is cohesive, that is concise, that it is professional. Make sure you have your professional photography on your social media, on your videos. Make sure that you have built a consistent plan, a consistent content, which leads us to our last, your brand content. Your brand content, it has to be plan. You can't just throw things together for social media, for your podcast, newsletters. You have to create it. You have to make sure that you are building it, and you have to make sure that you are perfecting it. It's trial and error, but you need to make sure. I spend Sundays making sure that I'm planning out content that will go on my social media, on my blogs, on my website, in my newsletters. I have hashtags that I use for my social media, as well as I just want to make sure that everything is consistent online as well as offline. We get so caught up on online that we forget to go outside and meet people. We also can meet and market with people in the outside, in the real world. So those are the the 5 things that I wanted to discuss. In order to build and go and brand your business, you can join my Facebook group. It's called Plan Your Brand with Kimberly Ann, and that's where we will discuss so many more in-depth things about how to build your brand, about how to make sure your brand is consistent, to help you develop that mission, to help you understand your brand story, to help you make sure that you have all the fundamentals, all the things that you need, all the basic building blocks that you need to make sure that you are implementing the strategies that you need so that your brand can be noticed. Again, I am Kimberly Ann. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can connect with me on social media at Studio by CAD, as well as you can visit the website, KimberlyAnnsDesigns.com. Again, this is Kimberly Ann, and thank you so much for watching.